Skirt, what's up guys? It is your boy T-Raw today with the video. We're going to be going over my progress build of my 4.3. Why is the progress build is because I'm waiting on the Battle Cat slides, which are actually shipping out next week from Hi-Capa Customs. So I'm waiting on the 4.3 Battle Cat in blue for this. Also, I pre-ordered the Gunsmith Bros Ultra Cut slide in 4.3 for this as well. I'm super stoked about that one too because that one is really unique. I really like the extreme cuts. So yeah, I actually, just like the last video, I took the guide right out just to make the video go a little bit smoother for you guys. And again, I'm going to break it down the same way with the slide, or the upper, the lower, and then parts that I have tried in this, parts that I may have not tried. This one is going to be a little bit shorter video because it doesn't have as much into it right now, but it does have a ton of parts in this bin right next to me waiting to go in it and be used. So taking the slide out, this one has a regular slide lock. I know the other one is a KJW, so I figured I'd bring that up. So taking that off, this is actually a garter slide. This is what it came with. Still has a sight, front sight gone like every other Hi-Capa. But yeah, this garter slide is actually pretty good. It's pretty lightweight. It's just a standard slide. Fitment seems to be really good with it, with everything that I've seen in it. And I don't mind the slide. It's boring. It's a good sleeper build slide. But yeah, the garter slides aren't that bad, and it rips pretty good with how this setup is. So I guess I'll change up how I did my video this time. I might as well go over the blowback unit. This has the Airsoft Masterpiece Edge in black. Nothing else, simple. And it's got the red piston in it. But then it also has the stock TM nozzle. Haven't bothered changing it, but once I get the other slides, just because that unit is, I'm going to put that one in a different slide. Just going to go with the Airsoft Masterpiece Edge, again with the AIP nozzle, just because I think they're a good fit together. So that is one of the parts waiting to go into this, or in the Battle Cat side once it comes. So yeah, that's that. Honestly, this setup rips really good. It's got really good seal on it, so highly recommend that. So next is the outer barrel. If you guys can hear this, 3D printed. This is a Sanctus Customs barrel. I really like the fitment of it. I really like the sound of this gun when it shoots. It makes a nice little pop when the slide hits the plastic. I just think it sounds better. I got bored, super bored one day, and I let my daughter pick out colors that I should spray paint it. So that's why it is spray painted, because you can't see it with that slide. I actually have another 3D printed barrel coming. I'm going to paint it too, but not this crazy. I'm pretty much just going to leave this the way it is until all the paint falls off, and I'm going to do it again. So this one has the cow thread adapter, because the previous owner of this one I did not get stock. I got it someone built with the garter slide and the blowback unit. Had a cow thread adapter. So that's what's in this one, but I like the WE one too, that's in my 5.1. So next up we'll do the guide rod setup. Ooh, look at that. Same guide plug, just short. If you guys don't know the difference between a 4.3 guide plug and a 5.1 guide plug, that's pretty much it. So a lot of people put these in their 5.1 builds just to make it a little bit easier to get their guide rod out. I just don't do it because I don't feel like doing it. And then that'll look good with the Battle Cat slide too, and the Ultra Cut once it comes, because it has the cutout where this one does not. Again, AIP 120 spring. Don't need to go any higher. Don't need to go any lower. Go any higher, you're gonna break shit. Go any lower, it's not gonna cycle. So that's what I recommend. If you guys notice my fingers are getting dirty, it's because I need to clean them, which is what I'm gonna do right after this video. Standard recoil rod. I haven't really changed it yet. I'm gonna get probably just the AIP 4.3 length, just because this is a little bit heavier, so make it a little bit lightweight. It does have the holes in the back for the 1911 style. And then currently on here are Cow short stroke kits. I don't really like the Cow short stroke kit because I don't think it's as durable, because as you can see here, this ring is starting to rip, and I put this on 2 weeks ago and I used it 1 day. So I'm gonna keep using the SCS. I actually have the Waldo Customs Snappy Boy kit coming, so I'm gonna try that because his stuff seems pretty good too. So again, most of the parts that I'm ordering for this are coming from Hi-Capa and I think they're one of the only US retailers of Waldo Custom stuff, except for I think Tap Airsoft also carries their stuff. And then, so once we get to the hop-up setup, this one's a little bit different. Like I said, I like to play with the setups, but there's a couple familiar parts that I specified in the last video that made a big difference. But this one has the Maple Leaf Crazy Jet barrel in a 5.1 length. If you guys don't know, if you guys run a 4.3 Hi-Capa, you guys can run a 5.1 length outer barrel and then just run a thread protector, and the barrel will come right out to the end. And if you get the long enough thread protector, you can still run a tracer unit. The barrel doesn't go into the tracer unit to affect anything like that. So we run the Crazy Jet barrel. I've actually noticed that this works pretty good. I know some people have hit or miss with it. I like it. I have a couple of O-rings in here just for stabilization. Kind of playing around with that, kind of see if it does anything or if it's just me wasting my time. Again, stock arm and eye key. Also have this one has a Autobot, I believe that's the yellow one. But this was one of the older ones, and it's the 60 degree again. Again, I don't think you need to go any higher, but totally up to you. Again, this is a stock Airsoft Masterpiece wheel that was in this unit. This is the Airsoft Masterpiece unit, 180 degree. I run the 9-ball wheel in this one as well. Like I said, I run them in every build. And so it's got 140 degree adjustment. Great fitment in the Airsoft Masterpiece unit as well. So now you guys know that it works in both units pretty well. So next up, the lower stock. Again, I'm not going to get a fancy aluminum grip or frame just because I think it's a waste of money for me personally. I play with these and I'd be terrified as fuck to break either of those, because if I break that, then I'm fucked out of $300. So I'm going to run that. The 4.3 frame I like a little bit better just because it has the rail on it, versus the 5.1 frame where you have to put the frame in for the government model, that is, which is like your base model. Hi-Capa. Airsoft Masterpiece internals in here as well. Stock hammer, stock beaver tail, and stock safeties. Stippled grip for right now. Currently the Cow plain grip that this is gonna get is with degenerate decals for the wrap template that I talked about in my last video. So he needed a grip to make a template, and I don't need it right now. So we're just running the stock grip that the previous owner stippled. He did a pretty good job. This Magwell actually has an increased spring in it. I don't know what it is, but it's purple. I've never seen different mag releases that have purple internals besides like the AIP. So if you guys know, let me know. Basic grip screws, I'm gonna wait to buy those once I kind of figure out what colors I'm doing. Pretty sure this is gonna be a purple and blue build. Purple is just my color, always have been. So I'm gonna keep that up with most of my builds. And the reason the slide is going to be blue for the Battle Cat is because I want to differ it up a little bit, and I felt like the blue would be a pretty fun build. So this is actually the Sti Dvc Magwell Grip. I really like this one. It's actually pretty cool. It's a little bit bigger of a Magwell, but I like it. It's got STI in the bottom. You guys care about that. Then the trigger is an edge trigger. With the little screw, I don't use them at all. I don't think you need to personally. It's got good fitment in the 4.3 grip as well. And I have a pretty light trigger pull on this one too. This one's still being tuned, so if it doesn't go off right away, I'm still messing with the Cow Trident spring in there as well. But again, it's pretty freaking light. So yeah. So this is my progress build. And then putting it back all together so you can look at it. But yeah, so as a progress build, it's gonna get more parts down the line. I'm gonna do probably like the cosmetics, the grip screw, the slide. Slide can be considered performance too, depending on how it's built. gonna do the grip, mess around with the different color grips I can get for it, or the grip wraps that we're gonna make for it. And honestly, if I keep building this the way I'm doing it, with the way that it performs right now and the stuff I plan on doing with it, this might become my favorite gun. So then putting it all back together. And then this also is short stroke to the max. I can't go back. Can't short stroke it anymore. So yeah, that is my 4.3 build, in progress of becoming flashy like my 5.1. Thank you guys. Again, this video is sponsored by degeneratedecals.com. And if you guys are looking for Hi-Capa parts, look at LACapacustoms.com.